told me I'll make a fuck. They told me I'll make a fuck. They told me I'll make a fuck. I'm just trapping out the car. I need 100 grand large. Free my homies out of bar. They told me I'll make it fuck. I'm just trapping out the car.
Welcome to another episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show. I'm Jabari Harris. I'm your host and the proprietor. And on this week's episode, I got a very, very, very special guest, very close friend. Go back. I'm just let him introduce himself. My good friend, Malachi Lenard. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the people.
What's up, everybody? Malachi, born and raised York, PA. You'll know. Shout out to everybody who's watching, everybody who's going to see it. Just had to come show love to my boy Jabari, man. It's all love, man. We had to do this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Appreciate him doing this so much, man. Can't thank you enough. All right, let's get into it, man.
Let's get it.
All right, let's just start like. I mean, I know some people know you, but just in case some of my audience may not know who you are, you got to shed light on your. I don't know. We don't even got to talk about his sports. We don't got to ask him do he got a sports upbringing. You clearly could tell he got a sports upbringing. Go ahead, give him off the sports credentials, the basketball credentials.
Man, we got to go back. We're gonna go back from high school, from running up to state championship game, man. 32-2 season as a senior, man. Helped lead my team to the state championship game. Then went right away to Florida to go play college ball. Yeah. Top Division I JUCO, play with NBA players, man. Played for the Dallas Mavericks, the Spurs, a lot of different players, man. Overseas route. Went 28-6 and went to the state championship game again. Was runner up. We lost again. Then went from there to Philly, man. Played at another top D1 JUCO. Played with a lot of different players, man, who went overseas route, and a few players who I played against went to the league and things like that. But man, dominated from there. Got some Division I offers, man, but just wanted to kind of slow things down, so I decided to go D2, man. Play in Pittsburgh at a D2 called Seton Hill University. From there, man, hoop, All-American, first team All-Conference. Runner up for Player of the Year. They robbed me. They robbed me, but you know, I mean, we was hooping, man, like getting busy. And then from that point on, did so well that got a chance to go play overseas. So went to Italy, went to Puerto Rico, played in Sicily,
balling on the
a lot of different places, man. Just living life, man. Basketball is life. It'll take you a lot of different places if you focus on it. Yeah, man.
Now, as you can see, he comes well addressed. He got some accolades under his belt, so we're gonna dive into this NBA topics. And so, you know, I really personally can't find a better guest to talk to than somebody that, you know, been in the trenches at certain high levels, you know, that I haven't reached. You know, obviously, my audience knows I went to the D3, you know, Central Penn, and like I said, this guy, he went D1, D2, overseas, you name it. So, like I say, y'all think I know this game very well. Yeah, we're gonna really show you how this thing is made. Now, let's just dive into something simple. Give the people your basketball team. You know, just keep it simple real quick.
Listen, LA, man.
You already know.
All day, man.
Kobe over here. Kobe over here.
We was running back in that thing when we was young.
Yo, I'm telling you, he definitely was balling on him, man. I'm telling you, it was
my
good
guy
days.
back in the day, though. I gotta tell you, man, he had Kobe everything, kicks, the shirts, everything. He was faithfully wearing it too, bro.
That's crazy. Like, I know my man when we all got hired me, you know, went to higher levels, but you know they was calling me Kobe back in the day. Yeah, definitely. That's my guy. Everybody that know me already know Kobe. So
it inspired the generation.
Yeah, definitely.
People, man,
the mama mentality.
Levels,
you could take it in all walks of life.
Let's get it, bro.
All walks of life.
All about the hustle. What's good, bro? What's up?
Yeah. Shout out to Jim. Yeah, shout out everybody tuning in. I appreciate you showing the love. Yeah, like I said, man, got
City was good, man.
Yeah, got a great guest on my hands. Ain't nothing better. We talking basketball. Who else is better to get on the show than this guy right here?
Right,
so you know, so let's get to it. But
yeah.
I want to before we dive into the Lakers, because we're gonna go to the Lakers real quick. I mean, soon we veer off.
Yeah.
I just want to just get the fans. I mean, the audience. What's your football team?
Listen, man, Ravens. We've been here since 2000.
Everybody know I'm a Steelers fan, but you
Ravens,
know,
man, listen,
he went South 83
Lamar.
on us.
That's all we got to do.
He went South 83
man.
on us, so.
That's all we got to talk about is Lamar, man. We ain't got to go anywhere other topic, man. We just talk about Lamar for a little bit, you know, man. Give him his flowers.
Oh, that's Murph right there.
Yeah, it was good, bro.
Yeah.
Murph, what up with it?
Yeah, like I said, we got to get the guys together. We got to get some games going on. We got to get some games going on.
Shout out to Murph, bro. I just watched the state championship highlight, bro. You came in cooking, bro.
Yeah, he was talking about.
Came in.
I told
cooking,
you I had him on. He was breaking the accolades down. He was breaking the accolades down for the audience. That was a good move.
Yeah, you could have single-handedly.
You already know the Steelers in the building. Pittsburgh.
Listen, he could have single-handedly won us a game, bro. Like,
he was out there balling. Like,
hooping, bro.
I definitely tried to take his mindset on the defensive end. You know what I mean? Get up in that jersey. You ain't doing nothing on me. You passing that rock. I definitely try to take that mind. I always thought I was Kobe on the offensive end, but as far as defense, like Murph, I definitely was trying to get after him like that. But we're gonna go to. It was good, but we're gonna dive into the Lakers conversation. We got the new coach. You know what I mean, Darvin Ham, former assistant with the Lakers for 1 year, 2012, and the real clutch move that guys really not people that spectators, casual fans, they don't really know. But you a true baller, you know the game. Yeah. That clutch move that really come in the clutch fourth quarter like Kobe. That Rasheed Wallace as a coach, because that's gonna be big for AD. And he's getting AD's jersey, getting in his ear, letting him know what you got to do. You're not playing right. You got to get on the post and do Shaq like numbers on him.
Listen, they even brought Rasheed in
LA. He's the assistant coach.
Listen, man,
sitting on the bench, front rowing it.
Yeah, that's for mindset.
Yeah, you already know. Set the tone. And true ballers really know that.
And that's real because you see it when you get the older players involved, especially like how KD ain't really checked.
Come on, man.
He didn't really. KG ain't really check AD like that, but he let him know, you got to touch a ball. You got to get into the lab.
Yeah, exactly.
People out here playing with your name. So the fact that they bring in that type of mentality.
Yeah, because you talk about Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shed a little light on Kyrie right here real quick. Yeah. You talk about Mamba mentality. Right. But you don't want to play 82 games.
That's what I'm saying.
You want to you want to find every excuse in the world to miss games. Yeah. That's not Mamba mentality. We know Kobe. Kobe don't do those things. Yeah. AD, you want to scream Kobe Bryant for a quarter Kobe when you hitting in the bubble game winners and stuff like that. Yeah. And then you want to be taking all these days off and not perfecting your game and working on your game and getting better. You know Kobe don't do that. You know Kobe Bryant works on his game. Yeah. Like these guys is acting crazy right here. Want to you know what I mean? You know what I mean? RIP my man Kobe. Speaking blasphemous on his name because they know Kobe Bryant wasn't doing that. He was putting the work in. He was showing up every night.
Real talk. It's a different generation of people and players, man.
Got the game twisted.
But it's important also to really understand and to meet the players at where they're at because, whether we want to, AD's top, and still in my book, he's top 5 in the league, but he has to stay healthy and he has to, really dominate and take over.
He got to win it.
He was really doing it in New Orleans. It was nobody can do with him.
It was like a high level of, I wanted more.
Man, I wanted it.
Yeah.
But you get in LA, man, it's La land, man.
Because it's comfortable. And all the fruits of your labor, you want to enjoy them so much.
The bread,
you got the rain, you got the sunshine, you got the beach, you got the commercials, you got Hollywood, you got you name it.
LA has always been about chips though, so he just gotta get back to the land. And it's not even about getting close. We went chips over there.
We went chips. So and everybody can't handle the Hollywood expectation. And my man favorite for playing in the league is Russell Westbrook. And you know what I mean? He folded under that pressure last year. But you know what I mean? I'm a fool. I know the games. I know things would have been different if AD and LeBron wanted to be showing up on the court as much games as Russell was playing. If he was like how he was showing up every night, if he was playing. This guy played about 20-something games with the big three together. You ain't going to win like that. Nah. Come on now. So, I'm not going to put it on because these guys need to show up and play with them. Yeah. So, because I love, basketball, you need effort, energy, and you can't question that in who you playing with. As long as you giving me that, we're gonna work on the other things. We're gonna work on, all right, we can work on the turnovers. We can work on the shot selection. You gotta give me. I can't question you. Give me energy and effort, and you watch games. We know we see guys be out there giving up, taking their foot off the gas, playing for the money, not the love of the game. You know what you be saying out there.
Tripping. Then we need dogs on the court. If I got some dogs with me who I know is gonna go to war, it don't matter. We really, and that's not to bring it back and to shed light. We was in the state championship. No, we was in the game before the district championship game, down by 17. With 3 minutes and 40-something seconds left and came back and won. That was nothing but dog mentality. And if you don't got that on the court, if you don't got that same type of hungry people who want to win and who's going to do whatever it takes, man, it ain't going to work. It's not going to work, man. No. You got to be on the same page as everybody. That's why it's important to really, man, the recruiting process, to getting players over and not being biased with players and giving these young boys a chance because you know they coming into the league hungry for real,
Exactly.
So, like, I mean, with LA, we got to be smarter about so many different things, man. Saving up them picks. If you're going to go get a dog, get somebody who's going to come in there, who's going to really set the tone and really want to play and bring that chip back. Like,
don't be giving up for anybody, man. Like, because you're gonna need those in there. Like, 2027, 29. LeBron's not gonna be around, man. You're gonna need to rebuild. Need some young pieces coming in, like how the Warriors rebuild that situation, and a nice little transition. Because I just wanted to get your thoughts on obviously the Warriors won the championship. Steph Curry finally got the MVP. Respect. Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, everybody talking crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4 rings in the bank account. You a bum. So they talking crazy. They getting drunk. They running over fans at the parade. They talking crazy on the podcast. They doing. They won. They could do all that stuff.
Yeah, they can do it. They won it. Like, I mean, nothing but respect to them, especially how they was down, man, 3 years ago. Looking, everybody counting them out. Like, myself included. Like, I'm like, man, ain't no way. Like, if they ran into Giannis,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. If they
come on, Giannis, because Giannis is definitely the best player in the league. So I was picking him to win. You know what I mean? When the Lakers obviously wasn't the factor.
The Celtics surprised me too, but man, I was just thinking Giannis was going to run through everything.
But they wore Giannis down with the defense because it truly was just by itself.
That's what I'm saying.
The 7-game series just took a toll on Giannis because of the defense they was doing at him. But obviously, they had more. Warriors had way more scoring options. You know what I mean? So they could.
Steph Curry, Poole coming off Klay, stepping up big moments.
Andrew Wiggins was playing big. You watched the games.
It was him.
The clutch defensive plays, the clutch rebounds, the clutch scoring when it matters the most.
It was him.
Yeah, he was showing up big.
Big.
Yeah, we was breaking down these.
And then that last game, man, when Curry just started snapping like. I heard a little stat. Somebody was saying like, man, if he's down, he's gonna shoot you out of the game. But if y'all up by 7 points, he's hitting everything. He ain't missing. He's gonna turn that 7 to 17 to 25, and it's a wrap, man. You can't do nothing with Golden State. Like, you got shooters, and then they bring in the right people around to complement Steph, to complement Dre. Dre getting older. Like, they got a few young boys that didn't even play. Wiseman didn't get in. The one rookie they had, Kuminga. That's what I'm saying. Like, they got a squad around.
Yeah, but like word on the street, Kuminga, he not learning the playbook. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. And you know, his basketball IQ. You know what I mean? But all I know is, like, you know, from my insider information, you know, that I'm getting from, you know, my people that I look up to. They letting me know what they hearing. He not grasping the playbook.
That's tough. I mean, that whole system over there, man. Like, they run. If you see anybody standing around in that offense, please tell me. Like, I never
exactly.
seen
You definitely always moving. It's beautiful.
Constantly on the go. And when you're a star player, man, like, you're used to having the ball patting off and really getting right. Like, you're the 6th option on Golden State Warriors. Like, you might not even touch the ball, whether it's to set a screen and then throw it out to Steph, but you just got to really have that mentality. And he sees with winning, I feel like this ring for young players is so key, because if you get it as a young player, you know what it takes to get there. Like, you know what it takes to get back.
Yeah, you already know. Like, you can't force shortcuts. You know what it takes, and with all the titles. So if you see y'all not being up to par, you going to rally the troops and get on guys based off of that.
That's real. So he's gonna be straight, man. You just need that time, that first year, you learning, man. You partying, you trying to live that, you getting that first check, like, man,
and you got to adapt to the lifestyle. You got to adapt to the lifestyle here.
Dude, man, listen, man. I didn't hit that when I first went to Italy, man. They gave me that professional contract, man. I live on the beach. I got everything set up for me. Like, it's just life. And you really want to splurge. I'm buying everything I see. Like, I'm trying to splurge, but at the end of the day, man, you got to really mature and be different in this. Set yourself good down in the future.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was talking to my queen earlier about, like, they took the veterans off guys. Off these teams, because they don't want to pay them the veteran minimum, and they going to just bust down that veteran minimum in 2 or 3 different ways.
Right.
But they're starting to realize those veterans is teaching these young guys how to be professionals. That's on and off the court, and that's a lot off the court, because this is a whole new lifestyle to you. You can't prepare for this because you're not exposed to this. You don't know what entitles until you get there.
That's real. And I mean, a fine example is that, man, is Udonis Haslem, man.
Yeah.
You look at the whole culture in Miami, man. Like, it's set, my boy. I see she said South Beach. I mean, that whole culture over there is crazy, man. And it's like the standard from Pat Riley all the way down to the coaching and Spoelstra, and then they got the ball on the bench.
Man,
he should have been out the league 10 years ago.
Definitely,
man. Like,
definitely.
But he's sitting on that coach, just sitting and setting that culture. And once you build that culture, man, everything just works in perfect. And you go out there and you find the guys like, man, and then all them dudes, man, they just got dogs over there who want to win. So,
that definitely do.
That thing up, you straight for real.
Okay, so I need to I need to get to these Brooklyn Nets, and I need to get to these Brooklyn Nets with you. Man. We got to talk about this. Kyrie, KD, both won trades.
Right.
They burned that whole situation down to the ground because Kyrie. And I have guests on here and we spoke about like everybody's right for the vaccine and everything like that. To me, it's not a vaccine issue. Yeah, it's a sacrifice issue because we play towards. And I had Jocelyn on. She was just trying to explain to me about everybody's right for the vaccine. That's his body. He don't want to put all that other stuff. And I'm like, I get what you're saying. Everybody have a personal choice. We understand that. Right. But we also in the sports world and in sports teams, we know we say we want to make sacrifices to do whatever it takes to win the championship. Right. That's the conversations we have amongst ourselves. Right. So we truly really don't want to be doing that when the push comes to shove. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a problem because we thought we all be supposed to make a sacrifice, and that doesn't necessarily mean just on the court. Yeah. It can mean off the court if it affects on the court. It matters because you're not showing up. Yeah. It affect us on the court.
That was the biggest issue because I don't think anybody really had a problem with the fact that he didn't want to take it personally wise because like you said, it's everybody's choice. But when you're on a team and there's a goal in mind, the goal is to win the championship. You got to understand that. Like you got to understand, like it doesn't matter whatever comes in the way. We're gonna do this thing together and we're gonna fight together because if you folding. I mean, you can see the whole culture got messed up. James Harden's not himself, man. He has to do way more. He wanted out of there. He was going early.
He saw it early.
They just see the whole culture. It's just like it's when the culture's not. But just imagine going to work. I mean, we work. Like I'm not going to a place every day where I'm just dragging my feet and I don't want to be there. Like like I'm not doing that. So the point, I mean, these are NBA players, they're people for real. So that whole culture was messed up. The team, man, from the to the top of the franchise to the bottom, man. They just like, man, like LeBron made this thing look really easy where you can go to teams and you can bring people with you and you can make it seem like you can just win chips like that. Like, nah, it's not that easy, man. Especially when they're not leaders. Exactly. Like, if you look at their just whole basketball career, man, they followed. And then they go to great situations where they were able to be successful, but they were the second fiddle. They were never the lead role, and none of them stepped up and played that role over there in Brooklyn. And as a result, man, they got swept out here. So
because KD is moving around like that second fiddle player, but he's a number one superstar talent.
That's what I'm saying,
so his behavior is definitely weird behavior, man.
It's crazy, man. Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't get it, but like I just want a quick segue over to the Warriors and Andrew Wiggins because he didn't want to. Kyrie, he didn't want to take the vaccine. Nah. He had his reasons, everything like that. Yeah. But he's like, you know what, man? Right. I am trying to win a championship. We do got win. We do got to make sacrifices. Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm trying to make the All-Star team for the first time in my career this season. Yeah. I'm trying to win the championship and be a key role while they won the championship for the first time in my career this season. Yeah. You see what happened with his year? Kyrie, that could have been us. That famous man. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk, man.
Yeah, but so like I'm saying, they got to get that situation together. Yeah. I honestly think they really want to move Kyrie and keep KD. That's why they asked for the sky high prices for KD.
And they doing and I mean, but they locked in too. Like it's not like they're not locked in, so it's kind of different. But it's just the whole dysfunction of everything, and I don't really not too many people want Kyrie on their team. Nah, I mean, Kyrie's one of the best. I mean, like good. You know, it's Kyrie.
Not reliable.
He's Kyrie, but
I can't depend on you.
Like it's going to be headaches. It's going to be headaches.
Yeah, I had a question, to my audience. Like, is Kyrie reliable? Like, they know they were saying no to that.
Listen, you leave Cleveland. You in a crazy situation, man. Like, there's no way you should have ever left Cleveland. You want to be the man.
Yeah, you foolish for that.
You go to the Celtics and ruin the whole culture and everything. Young boys can't learn under them. You see exactly what they do the next year after they didn't left. Tatum was snapping. They knew they had two superstars they can count on.
Exactly.
And you go from there to Brooklyn, and I mean,
you mess that situation up.
Mess it up, bro. Like, I mean, like, this is history.
On the real, like, Kobe Bryant is my favorite players too, but like, I'm not Kobe. Like, Kyrie, you the same height as me. Like, you little. Like, you not Kobe. Like, Like you thought you was about to be doing something that was not gonna happen. Like, and that wasn't easy for Kobe to do. So
KD checked him too. He said, "Man, I need to post up." He said, "Nah,
you need to do certain. You gotta do certain things. Like take advantage of certain things.
Know who you are.
You gotta know your role, man. Like everybody on the team gotta know their role, man. So
it's not even no slide on Kyrie because he's a dog. Man.
It's not. But he's like there's levels to this. Like there's stars and there's superstars. Like and that's a handful of superstars. Everybody's not a superstar.
Nah. That's real.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna keep it moving. I just want a quick question about the big three. You know, as Q got to lead the big three. It's 3-on-3 competition, but and I respect what he's doing. It's on CBS and it's been around for a couple seasons, but I think to keep the spice up, to keep the ratings, and keep the casual fans, and just keep it being like something that can grasp people's attention. You need to get freshly retired guys from the NBA and not so much of the other talent that you sprinkling in there. A little bit here and there to fill out the roster, but not the ratio that I'm seeing right now. Because it seemed like a 50-50 balance. Because he got foreign players, he got guys that probably like made it to the overseas league and stuff like that. They didn't make it to the NBA, but they talented enough for that. You need to reel people in, so you needed these catchy names to to get people into watching.
Yeah, that has to change, and I feel like that has a lot to do with the perspective of the players as well. Because if I was the man or just an average player in the NBA, man, like my name, I feel like, man, it's just like a prideness that comes with that, where I'm not just doing anything. Because, I mean, y'all see where I was at. I made it to that. And then go from that to the big three, even though it's love, man. Like, you see superstars. But people in the league who was doing numbers for so long played that thing. And you just got to have that understanding. So when you change your perspective and you just, man, you trying to do something for the culture and just build up other black men who was doing something.
And doing it for the love of the game. Because you always got... Jamal Crawford, he's still playing in his he's 42 playing in his league that he got going on snapping. Louis Williams, he don't know if he's gonna retire or not. But I listened to a podcast with him on Draymond Green show. He said that he'll play for free. So in my eyes, you'll go to the big three.
Easy.
You know what I mean?
Cool,
so stuff like that, you need guys like them to tear up the league, man.
Who stopped at Lou Will on any type of level? Like, I mean.
Nobody that league, man. He even went MVP and go crazy and run numbers.
They done traded Lou Will from the league because they knew he didn't have that mentality to lose, man. Like he was snapping, he coming in doing his thing, he trying to win.
And they said they kept it real with him. Like we're not going nowhere here. Like so that's why they traded him. He talked about that. He said Lakers kept it real because he got traded like 3 times in like a couple months.
It was crazy.
But he was like the Lakers. They just kept it real. Like clearly. This is after the year after Kobe Bryant retired. Right. So they're not going nowhere. They don't know what they're doing. So
it is what it is. Though. I mean, it's just respect. I hope the players just come in, man, and just support. And I mean, like it's a love of the game. We hoopers out here, so we always hoop. Like it don't matter what, it don't matter when. We did this from young leagues where we was playing in park leagues on a weekend to playing playground to doing it on the big three level, man. Like if you a hooper, hoop.
All right, let me. So we talk about hooping real quick. Let me just get your thoughts on the. Now, it don't gotta be Springs because I just want to keep it moving real quick. Do you watch the NBA Summer League? Like, do you give it too much clout? I mean, or do you give it that too much fodder? Like, do you think that holds weight for the regular season? Cause
for sure. I just had shout out to my boy Cam Taylor, man. Just played for the Phoenix Suns, man. We went to school together up in Pittsburgh, man. He was low, bro, man. Just quick little shout out about him, man. Like I was going around torturing the whole league, man, averaging like 32 and 8. Or something like that, and was snapping, and we in player, and I'm just cooking. And then the coach stopped the practice. He's like, yo, like, why can't anybody shot Malachi? And then he stopped the practice. He's like, yo, he's the best player in the league right now. Look at him. And we all just sat there and started thinking, and we just like, dang. And it wasn't even on no prideful type stuff. I'm a humble dude, but it was just like reality. Like, dang, like, this is really what's going on. Like, he done went on. Like, I went overseas route, but he went to the overseas route, did the same thing, stayed consistent. And
circulated back to them.
And then came back and was playing for the Phoenix Suns to start. And go look at the stats. Cam Taylor, like, he did his thing. Summer League. But it's important to just have that booster for where we can come in, we can see what you did in college, and now you're playing against people who are all good. Like there ain't no scrubs out there for real. There's guys who is seriously talented,
definitely not
know
scrubs.
How to score the ball. Like so, I mean, you got to see a lot of the guys who got drafted this year, man.
And they're hungry out there too.
And a lot of different Murray, the boy from who he played for? I want to say the Kings.
No. You talk about Deontay Murray?
Not Deontay Murray, the boy who played for the Kings, who was just drafted, and he was like the third pick or something, like third or fourth pick.
Oh my gosh!
I know he played for the Sacramento Kings. He's a big man. Snap.
Oh.
I think it is. I gotta remember his name. I can't think of it. It's gonna come to me, but he's different for real. It's a cousin.
Marvin Bagley?
Not Bagley. I'm talking about this year. This year. It was.
Oh, that's this year's draft. Oh my gosh,
the ball was crazy.
I can't. Hey, yo, I know because he did snap.
He won MVP of the joint. He was.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah.
What's his name? I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I can't think of his name either. But I got. Yeah. So but you said like shout out to him. You just got me thinking. I'm over here thinking about the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
What you think about that move? Matching that contract for DeAndre Ayton and keeping him. What you think about that? You think that?
I mean, you gotta keep him.
I don't think they're gonna win. Still,
I mean, they not, but you just don't let.
Yeah.
He's 7 foot, man.
Yeah,
play
7 foot.
perimeter,
Can move
block
around
shots,
a little bit.
can move, can hit the three. Like you just don't let players like you need them type of players in the league. So you're not just letting somebody like him go. I wanted him to go elsewhere, man, because he just couldn't shine out there. He was a system player out there.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
They got to do a lot of more things to help him to shine because. That's baby Dwight, man.
They feel like he's involved.
Yeah, Howard. I mean, he could easily been like Howard was, but it's just the way the game is today. It's all about the threes, man.
Yeah,
so
the perimeter play.
It was the wrong time to him getting drafted and living in this era of basketball. But at the end of the day, man, he's a situational player where he can come in and change the game at any time on the defensive floor, on the offense. He can get the bucket, pick and roll, man. You need that type of player. Screen, dive to the basket, or can pop and hit the three. Mid-range game, everything. I wanted him to go, though, man.
Yeah, they want you to step out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to.
It didn't really make a difference to me. I just, like, I don't believe they're going to win currently as structured. So I think they need to shake up some way, somehow.
CP3, come to LA, man. Listen, man.
Everybody trying to get rid of my. Somebody just need to come to LA and help us out. Somebody just need to come and help us out.
Man.
But let's go ahead and I need to get your thoughts because this is a hot topic. This is circulating and sports agencies. I mean, sports league is now getting involved with sports betting in the world. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that? What you think? I mean, is that good or bad? If players can be like sponsoring. Like a FanDuel or DraftKings or something like that.
Yeah, man, it's a dangerous game.
Yeah, definitely dangerous.
I never really got into it either, man. I've seen a lot of stuff.
I dabble in dabble here and there. I don't go crazy. Nothing crazy. I do a couple little dollars. Just
and I did the same before. Don't get me wrong. Like this would be the fantasy leads and all that type of stuff. Just to put little bets thinking that you know what's up. But I mean, I ain't never run no crazy bet. I won a couple $100.
Yeah, exactly. But
I don't do it. I maybe did it 3 or 4 times.
But I'm not doing it to try to get rich. That's why I'm not even putting that much in there. I'm putting a couple of dollars. Nothing crazy at all. Yeah. Definitely nothing crazy at all.
I've seen people like
something I'm willing to lose.
Every day, every week they doing them joints.
Oh, yeah.
I know a few of y'all out here.
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy like that, man.
Definitely living up that life, man.
But it is what it is. I mean, like if you know the game and you can read the lines and stats and all that type of stuff, and you just look at situations, that's what it's about. Like you really got to be like this. Got to be your job, and people you can be successful in anything for real. So if you know what you're doing, for sure, get your bread. I'm not ever gonna stop nobody hustle. But if you just out here, man, just working a 9 to 5, you really don't know nothing about sports, man. You just hopefully get lucky. It ain't gonna work for you, man. Stay out here, man.
Definitely
Stay out of here with that.
I do this for real with the sports thing, and I got work to do when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? But let me get your thoughts on this Donovan Mitchell guy, man. Like who is this guy out of Utah thinking he is demanding like trades and high trade values, acting like he's gonna be changing a team's destiny and what? He's little too.
These guys,
he's not like changing no team around to unless he's part of a big three.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
get me wrong. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I like him as a player. I like him a lot as a player.
Yeah,
but you just ruined the call. I mean, you're not. You just gave up Gobert, like defensive player of the year, like so that you can have more shine. Like, if you just trying to go out there and average 28 or something like that to get your stuff, you can do that. But you're not gonna win like that. Exactly. I mean, you're not Luka.
They have great regular seasons like always.
And
don't do nothing in the playoffs.
So it's gonna be even worse now. You ain't got nobody down there that's really
blocking shots.
Yeah, it's over now. Like, I mean, you gonna get yours because he can hoop, he can score the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's way more than that now. But I don't know. I mean, I think the NBA is changing, and a lot of teams are realizing that, so they're making the necessary sacrifices to bring in those people. So if that's the move, if you're just trying to.
But you know, like guys like that, you know how we can stop them. You know, a 6'2" player like myself, get an athletic wing. You know, 6'6", 6'8", 6'9", and just as fast as just athletic, and he's stopping them.
And all that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So,
but one thing about the NBA too that I learned playing in NBA pro-am leagues and things like that, everything is spaced out for real. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if you really want a dog out there who's gonna play all the way up and down the court and stuff like that, they're going to annoy you for real. But all you need is a good pick and roll offense, and you just got to learn how to finish or shoot the three. You got to hit shots.
Get the matchups you want, create the space that you need.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be consistent with that. So, I mean, if you're not a consistent player and you're not making them shots on a nightly basis, you might get yours because you're getting fouled and stuff like that. A lot of points off of free throws. Yeah. But you're not going to really make no difference out here. Like, I mean, he's cool. Like, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but you're not no
game changer.
Yeah.
All right, we got some unflattering news that we got to get to, but it's part of the NBA world and sports world, and it's only right that we talk about it. He, the Hornets. Sorry, Miles Bridges, the Hornets forward. He got domestic violence charges against him from his wife. I'm pretty sure if you haven't, there's pictures. The wife put pictures of her face being brutally beaten, something crazy. Wow. And the charges is like endangering the child because he did this in front of the children.
Heavy stuff.
He did this in front of the children. So he fumbled the bag. He got a lot of things crazy. He was scheduled to get a max contract this year. $130 million. And fumbled in the bag. Like you still gonna get signed to a team, yes, but ain't no max contract. Nah. You need to thank God for whatever high number they do decide to give you because you at their mercy. Yeah. Because you can't demand a high number now because you got this case ain't going nowhere and it's gonna be dragged out for a while, right. And you just got to take whatever a team decides to give you at this point. $130 million.
Crazy, man. You gotta use wisdom in situations. I mean, like, get the help that you need, especially when you're in a situation where you're gonna make life-changing decisions for your family. You got a chance to really provide for not only your children but your children's children. Like, all you gotta do for real. Like, it's a lifestyle out here where dudes is really unhappy and playing sports, and it's a bright light on them. So, I mean, everything that you do, man, is just the media. Everybody's going to talk about it, and you just got to be really smart as a player. And this is, man, no slight on Miles Bridges. I wish him the best. I hope he get his bread. I hope he can restore himself and really, man, fix things with his shorty and things like that too. But I mean, you got to be smart. Like, how do you allow that to happen?
Exactly.
I don't know if it's the lick, the weed,
whatever it is, man. But you got to be better.
Yeah, you can't, man.
Gotta be better, man.
Especially in that situation. All eyes are on you anyway.
Exactly.
Like, you think nobody gonna see that? Like,
come on, man, you a superstar. Like,
it was crazy, man.
I'm not saying the superstar in the NBA league, but you famous, you celebrity status.
He hoop, like,
they know who you are.
You got you, LaMelo, like, y'all got a culture that y'all building. You just, you could have ruined that.
You playing for the Michael Jordan brand, like,
man. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, hopefully they get that situated though, man. Exactly. That family can be restored, and he really deal with a lot of things or whatever he's dealing with, man. And that's for any man. Like, I mean, as men, we go through things, but it's never okay to put your hands on your woman. Your queen, like, respect
unacceptable.
That. It's not no love, man. You're supposed to care for that. But
you gotta cater to the queen.
Facts. Get ready.
Yeah, shout out to my daughter too, man, over there at the bottom of the screen. She was tuning in. Well, I got some. We're gonna do some quick bars real quick. Just to show a fresh bar. But I got some quick bars we're gonna run out real quick. I just want to get quick bars about high school players being allowed to get the NIL deals now, just as college players. Yeah. And Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, want to change the rule for them players to come from high school to the NBA.
Ooh, that's huge, man. Yeah. It's so needed for real because this is a job, man. Like, this is really a job. Some people love school. Some people want to be a doctor and lawyer and all that type of thing. But, man, like, when you get involved with hooping, and hooping it really is life, man, you have an opportunity and a chance to provide for your family and play the game at a high level. You have to be. The NBA is it. And it's the fact that they had these deals and these avenues for players to get paid and provide for them families while focusing on the game that they love and preparing for that NBA chance. Like, it's important. So I feel like, man, just give them the opportunity, give them the chance. I feel like the league's in a much better place to cater to the players, to make sure that, I mean, situations are set up for them to be successful in where they're at. A lot of the older players, I mean, just getting older, like you was just saying, with veteran players, getting players involved who can help these players and show them, like, listen, this is what you do, this is what you don't do. Stay away from these people and stay close to these people. Invest your money. Learn how to put it in the stocks.
Teaching them how to be professionals. And you only gonna learn that by being in the league.
Yeah, and you only do. So, I mean, like, I think that's great that the NBA is going that route. It's all about the evolution of basketball.
Yeah. Okay. And NBA, they voted and they passed. They passed it. The owners voted and they passed it on for an in-season tournament.
Yeah.
Playing like not a play-in tournament, but an in-season basketball tournament. Yeah. They wanted. This is going to be during the Christmas time around that area, and they want a soccer season where teams play for 2 championships.
Right.
So there's two trophies to go after in the season.
That's huge.
I mean, you know, I'm just an old school guy when it comes to this. You know,
that's real.
It's no participation trophy we try to give out. We're not trying to give out the runner-up trophy along with the gold medal trophy. Like, there's one champion that we need to crown at the end of the season.
Yeah. And I mean,
it's time to crown a champion, and that's one.
And that's real because I don't know, man. I feel like the NBA, man, they know it's harder for a lot of these small market teams, and they're just trying to do anything. And I mean, they got like
they generate money,
All-Star games, they got all that type of stuff. Like, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. The All-Star games, come on, man. You got the biggest showcase of so much famous celebrity people all in one place for the NBA All-Star game. Yeah, come on, man.
They're trying to evolve, and there's nothing wrong with evolution, but let's stick to the tradition of basketball, man. I mean, it's putting the ball in the hoop, and the league's been the way it's been. I mean, it's evolved in many different genres and eras of basketball, from the 80s to the 90s to the early 2000s to the 2000s. I mean, you just know. I mean, you can see it. Like, a lot of the players did a lot. LeBron did so much for the league in terms of, just the growth and things like that, and the wanting to watch and play. Everything go back from Mike to Kobe to all them, Larry Bird, Magic, all these.
Showing you how to maneuver and move, like Jay-Z say, as a business, man. You know?
So, but let's not get crazy.
And speaking of, we're gonna get there. These athletes and new contracts, requesting trades. They gonna put a stop to that. And this collective bargaining agreement that's coming up. I know one day for sure, 2 days for certain. That requesting trades and brand new guaranteed contracts, 4 or 5 years, and y'all just doing it in the first and second year. Now that we gonna put a stop to that. They gonna get some money voided some way somehow.
So how did it? I mean, because it's gonna only people that it's gonna affect are them rookies that's coming in, and maybe them first or second, because
it's the middle class. There ain't no middle class.
The endorsements that they got, like the superstar, they getting money on top of money. So they gonna.
It's the middle class.
Like, so
it's the middle class players.
Who do you say in that? Because they still got like they're getting $28 million contracts. Like, who's gonna hurt?
But I'm saying, like, you guys getting those max contracts, and guys that's on. Or the guys that's on the rookie pay scale, James, and that middle scale, they just giving out whatever they want to give them.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, it's just, man, that role has been reversed from the lead really running the NBA to players running.
Definitely.
And this is what, like, Draymond and all them is really talking about, because for a while, like, it's okay for you to just trade me and you want to, like, I mean. They gonna do what's best for them. At the end of the day, I gotta do what's best for me.
My business.
It sucks, it hurts, but at the end of the day, man, like, they're realizing that I'm gonna earn that. I'm not just gonna do that. I gotta earn that. If I want to go somewhere, if I want to be there, all right, cool. Because I know that y'all gonna be set. I'm not saying nobody's gonna get the same type of value for KD.
Yeah, you're not. That's why that's because you're not gonna get that value.
I'm going dang sure get 3 first-round picks. I need your 2 top stars, and as a matter of fact, I want another pick for by that. Like, I mean, like, like.
But it's just wild because you're not gonna be able to stop athletes from doing that unless you could avoid some of this guaranteed money. The money is too long. It's too much guaranteed.
That's real.
The money is hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's guaranteed.
But see,
regardless,
yeah.
that means regardless whether they're playing or not.
Yeah. So
you know, they can just, all right, we don't want to trade me. We going to be sent home.
And so in that instance, though, think about the Luau Deng situation, bro.
We just got done paying him.
How do the coach, because he had all the power in his hands. Like, I mean,
because we want to.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to do something like that, because that was wild, man. Like, I mean, ain't no way we should have been paying him that,
because he didn't deserve the money no
he
more.
Was a bum. You
cut him, and you had to spread it out over so many years. That's what I'm saying. But the money's guaranteed. You gonna get that, whether they want to spread it out or give it to you. You getting that money regardless. Yeah. And it's crazy, but until they can give the way to avoid some of that money, there is no way Stars is not going to stop requesting trades whenever they want, because they know they can.
And especially now, because they got all the power right now, so it's going to be hard to, once they get it, to snatch it away. So it's going to be a fight. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's another lockout or whatever it is. I mean,
because it's definitely going to be
something's But I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's why I was saying, like, they're so good off of. I mean, like, it's never going to hurt. LeBron James is a billionaire, man. Like, KD is well on his way. Like, Steph, all them. Like, they got. My man was just. They're good. They don't got to worry about nothing. And, I mean, they're going to make sure. Like, they really took care. They made sure that players were taken care of. I just read something that they're paying players, the veteran players, what? It was like they signed like $13 million to make sure that they was good after that. Did you read on something like that?
Nah, you talk about after the retirement.
After the retirement, guys who were paid mad long ago, but this wasn't getting the same type of money that they are.
Oh, so they gave him some back pay.
So they giving not only the back pay, but they taking care of them for life in a different situation.
Okay.
They just wrote the check for all that.
Yeah, I think I did hear something about that briefly.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. I just read maybe like last week or something like that. I didn't really get too much into it, but
like I said, it was like a little footnote.
So I feel like they setting each other up. Like, they setting each other up.
They do. I mean, and they do take care of the players. You know what I mean? Take care of the players better. Yeah. You know, I don't know, just because it's the smaller amount, the number, but NFL, they make billions and billions of dollars, way more than the NBA. So I don't think like that could be excused, because they make so much more money than the NBA.
Facts.
But I just want to get a quick thought about the take foul. The foul, they penalizing the foul, the stop fast breaks. The athletes, I mean, the basketball players, that stop the fast break, they just foul them real quick, and they know side out of bounds, or obviously if you over the penalty, you're going to get the 2 free throws, and that be it. Yeah. Now it's going to be the 2 free throws as well as the possession. Big ups to that. I'm glad they're doing that.
That's love. That's huge. That was needed, because I mean, like, it just slows up momentum. If I'm especially if I'm in full throttle and you just foul me and you stop me, like, not only does that tweak and hurt the body, bro, but I mean, you that's the game changing momentum, all that type of stuff. And that stuff, man, that helps.
I think that's like Bush League basketball,
bro. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's huge for the NBA. They needed that.
Give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Cash Baby Clothing Brand. If you need any fresh gear, fresh clothing, go to Cash Baby Clothing Brand. I gotta get my sponsors in there. You know what I mean? Always. I want to get your thoughts on. Well, I mean, we already briefly touched about it, but what's your thoughts? You know what I mean? Because on the NBA All-Star Weekend in general. In the game, the whole weekend, whether it was the game, the dunk contest, 3-point shootout, like, I love it. Obviously, I expressed celebrities, a whole bunch of celebrities for the NBA All-Star game. You know, it's about just watching the game. There's mad celebrities in the building, so it's just like our Super Bowl weekend for the NBA.
Yeah, it's huge, and it's definitely love just to see the support that's out there, man. Like, all different levels. Everybody loves the game, and just a chance to go out there and show what you got, especially for the younger players and for the older players, to just still show love. Like,
definitely
the fact that they still doing stuff like that, even with LeBron, like, just showing up to the Drew League not too long ago. It's
that's what I'm saying.
Basketball, man. It's a love for the game.
Shout out to LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, and my ATL boys, Trey Young and John Collins, for being at the Drew League. Like, you got to do stuff for the culture. You
got to, man.
You got to. Like, it's big. Like, you be like immortalized, and it's like even more so than what you already are. I'm telling you that
man, they can't afford that type of NBA games.
Them tickets is crazy. For dirt road tickets, man, them things is $120 something.
Man, bump that, man.
Sky high up there, like you got a sky box with you in the rows. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I need to go there for $5 and go see Brian.
And don't you got a family. You know, family of 4, family of 5. You know what I mean? That's $700 you spending on tickets for Sky High up there.
That might be birthday today. That's not every week type game.
Like,
we're not doing that
at all. But all right, we're about to be wrapping this up soon. But I gotta get your thoughts on this Brittany Griner situation. Yeah, I'm glad we got some good. She's been wrongfully detained in Russia for over 150 plus days, and some. You the Fresh Bar Sports Show audience already know I expressed my thoughts as far as in the president. There's no way the president was going to be able to do anything without exchanging the prisoner the Russian prisoner that we have over here for. We want two guys. We want Brittany Griner and the general guy that they have over there that they have over there since 2018. So because they already know bad PR. The whole thing, like I explained on the show. There was no way he was going to be able to bring Brittany Griner over without bringing him over, and he's been over there since 2018. Because now that's crazy because he don't have a name, he don't have fame, and you just bringing her over because she has fame, and I've been over here. So it became you asking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, man.
They were trying to do whatever they were trying to do, drag their feet or wiggle room without. You had to give up one guy to get two.
You talking about Biden?
Biden. Let's be clear. I don't need to Biden's administration, so it's not just him and all them guys involved at that political table. But they send nobody knows the results of that. But today during the daytime, they send the offer to Russia about giving them the prisoner for the two guys, people that they got over there.
We'll see what's going to get. I mean, there's just so much stuff that's going in the world right now, man. With Russia and war with Ukraine. And
it's just definitely bad timing.
It was terrible. But you got to be smarter as athletes, man. This is another just a quick reminder for all athletes, man. Just to be smart. You got to be smart. Like, I mean, the same thing with Leangelo. If it's Leangelo Ball when he went over there, in China or something. He went to the store. Thank goodness they got him out of the situation quick. But in a situation like Brittany Griner's in right now, like just be smart about whatever's going on. I'm not saying she was right, she was wrong in the situation. I'm just saying like you can't put yourself in a situation because now you hurt, you sitting,
and especially you on foreign soil. You don't know what rules apply over there.
Now we can negotiate with terrorists out there now. Like we gotta give up the terror. Like come on, this is crazy. Like boys, why there's a reason why they've been detained. Like for a while, but at the end of the day, man, I hope that she gets out and man, this is a life lesson and she can go not only in the WNBA but to young women and young athletes all around the world and young men who need to understand like the seriousness of this situation and how to prevent it and how she overcame it, because this is just a testimony for her because you're going through the fire right now, but soon, man, she's gonna be let out, man. Like soon it's everything gonna turn around, man. It's a seasonal type of thing, I feel like, but
everything's seasonal. Definitely everything's seasonal. But quick note on the NFL. We want to talk about a team real quick. What you think we gonna do? What this Kenny Pickett guy? Like, I mean, I'm not the Kenny Pickett. What y'all think? I don't know what I say. I'm still a fan. Y'all know how I get. I start to talk about my team. What you think y'all gonna do with Lamar Jackson in this contract situation? What you think y'all how this gonna get resolved?
It's huge how they're playing, and I feel like they're just changing the narrative, and Lamar is changing the narrative so much to the point where, I mean, you got to understand that you got to make sure that you're taken care of. But this guy loves the game of football, man. Like, he really is putting himself, and he wants to earn that contract. And that's the dog mentality in him. You want to take care of yourself. And I feel like no matter what, Lamar's going to be cool. Like, he's going to be taken care of, even if something was to ever happen. But he's just showing a different side that nobody's understand. Like everybody's talking about this in the sports world. Like, why is this guy really playing and he doesn't have a guaranteed contract? Just came back to the facility and is practicing off of no guaranteed money. Like he's a different type of person. So it's definitely a respect to him and the fact that he just really loves the game. And you can see it. Like the guys in the locker room love him. Everybody love him. The coaches love him. The owners love him. I know in Baltimore love him. Like
you see the jerseys. You definitely see the jerseys.
He's there to stay, man.
You definitely see the jerseys. But I'm Lamar. There's no way.
I feel you.
All due respect to Deshaun Watson. I understand he got the bag and he got that money, but he set the tone because Deshaun Watson, like he's a great. I would take Deshaun Watson over Lamar Jackson, but he didn't do what Lamar Jackson won an MVP in his league.
MVP me.
So I can't play less than 230, guaranteed.
MVP me.
Y'all gave the Kyler Murray the 160, guaranteed. And y'all gave Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take him.
233, something guaranteed.
Yeah, fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
I would take Deshaun Watson over Lamar Jackson, but just to be like Lamar Jackson, I got the MVP.
Listen,
and there's no way I could play less than that.
It's the defining moments in his MVP career. Where I mean, his MVP season. That game where they're playing Seattle and they're on the 5-yard line to score the game, and they go out. He's tight. He was like, "Yo, you want to go for it?" He said, "Yeah." Went in there, scored, man. Like y'all gotta change the narrative on quarterbacks. Like they wrote a scouting report on Lamar, and they tried to compare him to the Tom Brady's, the Aaron Rodgers, the Patrick Mahomes.
He plays a different game.
He's not that. Like he single-handedly changed the offense.
He plays a different game,
and has been in the playoffs every single year that he's been healthy. From the time that he took over for Joe Flacco to now, he's a culture changer. He's a winner. He wins games. He changes numbers. Yeah. He scores. But he had the most passing touchdowns in the NFL 3 years ago. Which people don't want to talk about. But we're going to talk about. He had the most passing touchdowns in the NFL. But he's had the most rushing yards in the quarter. Broke Vic's record like this. Crazy. Vic's record just like that. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just the narrative changes. And I feel like if he wins the Super Bowl, it's still not going to change. So, it really doesn't matter, honestly. It's just about what we're used to. Like, it's just, we don't like change as a people. So, if I'm so used to something for so long and something comes in and it's different, like, nah, I want to fix that. Like, no, you got to do this way.
The status quo.
But it's not that. No. So, I mean, sometimes we got to change. But it's not, I mean, it's you just can't, man. You can't win in that situation. But, I mean, I knew it. I called it from the. I'm like, yo, we're gonna draft Lamar. And the Eagles traded us for him. And I'm like, yo, I'm hyped. I'm on the phone with my brother. Sure enough, they picked Lamar. And ever since then, man, we've been running the division.
We drafted Devin Bush. I wanted to draft him. I'm like, oh, we let him go past us. I'm like, what the heck?
Wild, man. Everybody, whoever passed him, I mean, that was wild.
But I gotta throw my little quick jab. Because you're a Ravens fan. We do be tagging up Lamar and getting him back there when we be playing him, though. We do be tagging him up out there.
It's still a defense.
It's still a defense. We be tagging him up out there.
I mean,
I'm like, put that helmet on.
I love it.
Put the shoulder on him.
We got to show respect because we got the best division in football.
Yeah, definitely got the best division in football.
Best division in football.
AFC North football.
Oh, my
We know what that entitles.
Y'all know what it is.
You know football. We know what it is.
Listen, man. Like, it runs through AFC North.
Exactly.
And you know who leads AFC North? Lamar, you feel me? Like, listen, man, we got an MVP. We got an MVP. We got an MVP over here, man.
Yeah, we don't got.
Sitting good.
We got players that we don't know. They have no accolades. We got Mitchell Trubisky. We got Kenny Pickett. We got Mason. These guys got no accolade under all three of them belts combined.
I got Watt.
we got DJ Watt. All right, man. Let's get that. I'm about to get up out of here. I gotta get your top 4, your Mount Rushmore on the NFL all time, not just in the league right now. It could be guys currently in all time.
So we just doing we doing quarterbacks or like
I'm any position, whatever for whatever reason. I'm gonna give you mine. John Elway because he the first guy that I laid eyes on when I officially started watching football, truly in the 90s, the 97. The 97 Super Bowl when they played against not the 90s, the Packers. Yeah. The Super Bowl they played against the Packers. Yeah. And then, obviously, Jim Brown for everything that he means and stands for the culture. Yeah. And, with the titles. Yeah. Of course, the GOAT, Tom Brady, got no choice but to put him in there. And then, LT, just for the simple fact, I didn't see him play, but
to say it first.
everybody that talks about how great any defensive player is, TJ Watt, Aaron Donald, anybody, Ray Lewis, all them, anybody, they always say he ain't LT.
You know it. So we gotta go for. I'm gonna try to do positions.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go LT, like you just said, man. Lawrence Taylor, man, like just set the tone, bring the energy every game. People feared him for real. And I'm gonna go from him. I'm gonna go back over to Ray Lewis, man. Oh my goodness, man.
All right.
Miami days where he knew. I was watching documentaries and his upbringing and how everything led for him to be who he is and everything that he's experienced in the league. He was a straight dog, man. I was a fan of him. Then I'm gonna go over back deep to change the game at safety. And I'm not just being biased as Raven fans, but because these was great. I mean, now to this day, like. They would be named from top 1 to top 5 at that position. So I'm just giving it from my perspective, though. So every changed the game at safety from pick sixes hitting to changing the culture, playing with Ray Lewis, man, they just ran a dynasty for so long. And that 2000 Ravens defense, I'm putting them up against anybody.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're gonna go. You gotta give Tom Brady in there. We're gonna go with the GOAT, man. He earned my respect, man. I used to hate on him, but I mean,
yeah, I mean, the GOAT.
He earned it, and
they got all the accolades and the stats and everything that we play for.
Yeah, and that's four.
Yeah.
That's four. So I mean, we could go on with it, but
but you know, we just did the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
So I want to get transition to the NBA. Okay. Let me get your Mount Rushmore on that. Now we already know we're gonna both do this, but we already know Kobe. So we're gonna get that out the way. Kobe, MJ. I gotta get my namesake in there, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I guess he did kind of earn it, so I gotta put LeBron in there.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna go. Can I go position wise?
Yeah, you can go position wise.
We're gonna go one, man. We gotta go Magic.
Okay.
We gotta go Magic.
You gonna put Magic?
There's a lot of different players who was. The flashiness, what he brought from day one, man. Like being a young pup in the lead and really dominating, taking over, man, and really changing the culture of what it was because it was hurting for a while. And Magic came in, man, lit a fire, and all of them brought the energy and got guys who want to play. So we're gonna go Magic at the one. We gotta put Kobe at the two.
Oh yeah.
We gotta put Kobe at the two. You know, I mean, respect the Mamba mentality. I grew up watching him, loving him, seeing him from
Kobe,
early
man.
in the Lakers days to when
everybody knows Kobe, man.
What?
Everybody
Mamba,
knows
man,
Kobe.
rest in peace,
Yeah,
Mamba, rest in peace to GG. Love y'all.
Rest in peace.
We're gonna put MJ in there. I mean, you know what he do. Like what?
Come on now.
MJ. Oh my goodness, man. I remember my dad buying the little cassette tapes where I was just popping in, man, and the first thing he just flying from the free throw line.
Yeah,
and I'm watching it I'm watching that thing for 2 hours. I'm not moving. And then we go right to the court after that and we get busy.
That's how it is. You watch this ball, you want to go out there and get basically do the
That's
moves.
how we was, man. Like, we was learning all that. I was trying to dunk from the free. We was out back,
putting
the rim all the way down to like the level 7.
So you
punching like that.
You know how it is.
We gotta go MJ in there.
I know.
We gonna put at the 4. We're gonna get you guys like you said. We gotta go Bron.
Yeah, I mean, that's 4. So that's 4.
He just changed the game for real, man. Like he
he definitely changed the game on and off the court.
10 consecutive years of playoff NBA finals, man. MVPs changed the culture.
Stats accolades.
What he did for the game of basketball now, like I mean, like he's still playing, man. Like what? Still
dominating out there.
Oh my goodness, man. And then we gonna go. It's hard, man. I want to say Wilt, man.
I ain't gonna put Wilt over no Abdul-Jabbar.
He's the greatest. Wilt.
He's the greatest basketball player.
He just ran fast, man. Energy guy, fast. I mean, if I'm just thinking about just big and everything accomplishments,
it gotta be Abdul-Jabbar.
I want to say Shaq too, but Shaq.
Abdul-Jabbar won high school championships all 4 years in high school, 3 years in college.
I mean,
he won 5 in the league. Won 6 MVPs.
What you think he's doing with prime Shaq?
Man, he gonna hit him with the sky hooker. However else he was getting those
buckets
on him.
But still, how you gonna stop Shaq? Shaq's putting him under in the pole. Like he's big boy, little boy. Like I mean,
Shaq.
Kareem lost.
Shaq lost some points when he let Ben Wallace beat up on him. That hurt my. Yeah, he lost some cool points.
He was just different. I mean, there was a lot going on.
Definitely was a lot going on that time. That was a lot going on. So a lot of giving up was going on some plays too.
But I mean,
we ain't gonna go on to all that, because that was a hurt piece. Anyways, man, bringing everything back full circle. Get your remarks. Oh, they trying to wrap us up off this live. I wanted to do the shed a quick note on what you're doing for the basketball team.
So I'm coaching now. I'm at Central High School. I'm going to be coaching in 9th grade. We're looking for a 7th and 8th grade coach. So if anybody's interested, man, definitely hit me. Get your credentials right, and then I can put in a good word for you, man. Shout out to everybody who came out and watched, man, who showed love and support, respect to my guys, man.
Definitely, you already know.
Love, man.
Definitely appreciate everything.
This, bro.
Yeah. Now we're gonna finish this up shortly. I'm gonna do a little quick video after this wraps up, just to close this out properly, because like this is obviously my longest interview I ever did, and it was only right. But like I said, we're gonna go to the next video.